Hey guys, and welcome to our first episode. This is Late Night Builds, and this is our channel. This is Ethan here. My name's Tom. We're going to be building some cars, and one of them is going to be this heap of shit. So the first car that we're going to be working on is nice R30 Skyline, which is Ethan's.
Mine.
Tell us a bit about it.
It's a 1984 HR30 Skyline. I converted it to a DR30 Skyline because even though the HR30 Skylines are decent, you know, FJ20s are so much better than the L series. No offense to the L series lovers out there. But yeah, I built this car. It's cost me a fortune, and it's caused me a lot of headaches. So today I need to pull the fuel pump. I need to replace the fuel pressure regulator, and hopefully it won't start running lean.
Yeah, so this car's kind of a bit cursed at the moment. Well, we say it's cursed because it kind of feels like it is, because every time we try and fix one thing, like, it runs, but there'll be like a small minute problem that just doesn't get it running how
it's running lean,
how he wants it. So yeah, we've replaced the airflow meter on it, and that solved a lot of issues, but then has caused a few more. So when we say it's cursed, we really do mean it's cursed.
So, like, I replaced the airflow meter because I thought maybe that was the problem as to why it was running lean. It ran better on cold start, and it idled up a hell of a lot better when it was warming up, but now it's just, yeah. So it'll run rich when it's cold. As soon as I warm it up and then take it for a drive, she runs lean. So I bent 4 spark plugs last week. That's, yeah,
we should show them the spark plugs, because it's pretty bad.
It's embarrassing.
So this is the spark plug, and I just think it is a little bent. Too much heat.
Too much heat.
So for all you guys who are wanting to see what's under the hood, this is our expectation of what, if you're building a car at home, this is what we expect when you say you're building a fucking car. Like, to the extent of this.
So, like, don't build a car, spend thousands of dollars on it, and then not put an aftermarket ECU in it.
Yeah. So at the moment, this thing's running just the factory ECU.
Yeah. So it's running just the factory ECU, which is just, it's not enough.
It's not.
It can't keep up. So I'm running 440cc injectors. It's got a Sport Imports forged rod kit and piston, which is CP pistons. It was originally 8-to-1 in compression, and now it's 9-to-1, which is not much of a step up, but it's enough to just change things. So it's got a T3 T4 turbo on it. It's got a...
Oh, torch ran out. No. Oh, I gotta go charge it.
Changes everything.
That changes everything. We're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back after these commercials.
This is definitely garage built.
Yeah. That's,
what is it? What is that?
This is the commercial now. And we're back.
So T3 T4 turbo.
Yeah. So this is
It's got a
Chang.
It's very Chang special, like,
yeah,
Chang special. So it's a M&H turbo, which is like what all the muscle car guys go, you know, for aftermarket parts, which is quite renowned. Well, as far as I know, anyway.
Yeah.
So they had a $500 T3 T4. I think it was 500, 600.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, you know, it's kind of in my budget, so why not? So I bought that. There's no play, which is great, and it spools up really nice. So I've got no blow-off valve, because who needs a blow-off valve?
Yeah.
You know, it's got a wank factor.
Yeah.
Because dosing's so much better.
So yeah, this thing needs a new ECU ASAP. It's going to be a while from now. We're going to try and figure out if we can get it running kind of good on the current ECU, but I reckon long term it's going to be...
I think any guy looking at us right now that sees this kind of setup, especially an FJ20 ET, which is like a rarity. You don't see these anymore.
No, you definitely
They're going to turn around and say, you know, like, why the hell have you not put an aftermarket ECU on it? And I know.
Watch us get rinsed in the comment section.
Yeah,
It's just going to happen.
I mean, I've spent $3,500 on the forge kit for the engine, and then I spent $3,500 getting the engine built. It cost me $1,300 to get the engine imported from Japan through Moonlight Racing.
We're even rocking the whole fucking sponsor
On the back of my R30.
Yeah.
Come on, Alex.
Sure.
Me personally, but a sponsor would be great.
This is the new parts.
I've got a 330 litre per hour Aeroflow external fuel pump, but it didn't come with a fitting for the back side of the fuel pump, so I'm hoping when we pull the original fuel pump that it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
So I've got a MSD 440 horsepower, I can't remember, fuel pump. The original owner told me what it was, but yeah, it's been in there 8 years and that could potentially be why I'm running lean. Do we say it's Chang?
What's Tomy?
It's a Tomai or Tomi.
Whatever you want to pronounce. I mean, we're from New Zealand, so...
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. We are from New Zealand and we don't live in the States, hence why these Skylines are so rare to come across. Like, even here, they're pretty rare to come across. The only time you're ever really going to see these are in Japan.
And if it continues to be cursed, so you can buy it for 30 grand.
On top of that, we've got this hunk of junk. So we've blown head gasket on this thing. And like, it's pretty tidy, I'll say that. It's got a bit of damage here that we've tried to repair. I mean, I've replaced that. And don't worry, tail lights in the boot. We just took it out for panel beating purposes. Neither of us are panel beaters, but he is by far the best at everything in this garage here. And so, that's saying something. So
I did all the panel beating and rust repairs on my Skyline, and then spent 7 grand getting the car painted to get ripped off.
Today's mission is to pull the motor on the Subi, figure out what we're going to do with it from there, and also do the fuel pump on the Skyline. So hopefully we get a lot done today. Hopefully we get it all done today. That'd be really nice.
Yeah,
but
we'll jack it up first.
We'll figure it out anyway. Let's sink into it. For everyone that doesn't know why we're called Late Night Builds, it's because the only time we get to work on our cars is when it's literally pitch black outside, eh?
And because we have full-time jobs.
Alright, so another part of today is literally going to be installing these stickers here. We've got these stickers here that we're gonna put on the car. I don't know, where do you want them? Like,
I've always thought filling up the rear either quarter windows, like how you put the snap hole ones on.
Oh, do you want it like dead center?
Dead center.
With the moonlight. Yeah. Okay, cool.
This is how Chinese that fucking Tomai fucking fuel pressure regulator was.
Really? Oh yeah, so behind the scenes, it broke right off, like
straight off the gauge, like all the fluid is pouring out of the
it's just
China.
I don't want to know. Fucking.
Oh, serene.
What do you mean? You're the one smoking on thing. Like,
I'm not smoking. I've got it over my ear.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't smoke, kids. It's not good for you. It's also really expensive.
Everybody
you know, money that could go towards stickers.
Or ECUs.
Or ECUs. So I'm just gonna put this out here, guys. It's probably not a good idea to be working on your fuel system with a cigarette in your hand, but you know, don't try this at home. Doesn't even put it out.
I really don't care because it's like Mythbusters.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Did a test and then put a cigarette. What do they call them? Put a cigarette to a pull of fuel and it put the cigarette out. Literally, put the cigarette out. my now gauge is not going to sit on the front, it's going to sit on the side. So I'm going to have to... Yeah, so that's alright. Kind of hide it a bit better.
Yeah, I mean...
I just need to get the gauge out of the old one, switch it over to the Termite, and...
She'll be away laughing.
The wiring's not very good. I've got to say, it's bent to all smithereens on this power terminal here. They've used electrical tape to house it up in here, like multiple layers. Like there's like 5 mils worth of electrical tape there just to house that in there. On a good note, I'm hoping this brass fitting here will fit in the new fuel pump.
How much fuel's gonna piss out of that?
Quite a bit. Right, so that could be my problem as to why it's running lean. I really want to see underneath this electrical
Well, you think
tape.
it's not getting enough flow when you get high up in the RPM?
No, I just think it's an electrical fault. Yeah, look at... yeah, I'll show you. When we get this fuel pump out, I'm going to show you this wiring, dude. It's so bad. Right, let's laugh at other people's work. So, the power wire... Whoa, well, look at that. Look, that's silicon. Someone's put silicon on the regulator. So the power wire is like that.
Dude, you did some hoary shit back in the day.
I did not do that. That's it there, that's the power wire.
That's pretty janky, bro.
I think this could be a potential cause because that's just being wrapped around. Right.
Oh god.
Like you go that far to heat shrink the rest, but that looks pretty awful. Look how chunky it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to redo this. Have you ever seen someone melt plastic over terminals?
No, I don't think I have, Don't really need to.
Whoa. Okay, that's rinsed anyway, look. They've actually snapped the stud in the fuel pump itself.
Probably why.
And then they've... So we could have had fuel pump problems this whole time. Well, I'm hoping so. But, what I am gonna say is the new fuel pump, which is...
No idea, Ethan. Where is it indeed?
Oh no, this is not gonna work.
Too
This is
small.
not gonna work.
Wow. In the next episode, we start pulling the motor on that thing, which I guess we can start now. But
Well, that and finishing this, because
Yeah.
I'll just go to Jet Race this weekend and pick up the AM fittings that I need. So
yeah.
the hiccup introduction to what we're fucking with.
Alright, so I think we're going to call it there for the day. Next episode we'll get the extra parts, but it was kind of disappointing. But this is an introduction video to us. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. See you guys!
See you, mate.